Hello everyone, my name is Sydney, Sidders and Soulhan_2, and today you join me back on the King Coast Walk. We are going to be going from Upper Stoke, which is just behind me over there on the horizon somewhere, to Upnor, or specifically Lower Upnor. We are back where we finished off last time on this crossroads. Down there is where we came up from the coast, and to my right over there is the road that we won't be going down, and behind us is the road that we will be going down. Ta-da! We are using our Gravesend and Rochester Who Peninsula map again, and we shall be following the road that I just pointed at. It will take us across the countryside for a while as we try to avoid Kingsnorth, the industrial area that prevents us from following the coast. You can see the line that we can't do in red, and in blue is the line that we can do. Eventually that will lead us back around to the coast, and we shall follow that along until we get to the Who Marina for Who St. Werburgh, and then we get to a part of the coast that you can only get past at low tide, so we're hoping to beat the tide there and make it from the Who Marina to Lower Upnor. Without any more hesitation, let's get going on our walk on the Kent Coast Walk. Yeah, okay, cool, let's go. If it looks like I'm about to cry, that's because the wind is a little bit much this morning. We are starting this walk at 8 AM. We actually got here at 7:30, just as the sun was rising. So it's a bit cold. And today's walk is 6 miles long, so interesting facts. To our left, we have the very hidden Amazon building behind that wooden fence there. So just behind me here, we're coming across a house where the road turns, and up the slope a little bit, we can see this cluster of a hamlet, where we shall cut across where those trees are, across the field on a public right-of-way. Now that we've turned the bend in the road, it's a little bit less windy. We're coming up to the hamlet of North Street, where we turn off of the road and head along the public right-of-way on the field. So there's North Street behind us, as well as that building there, which is North Street, and the bridleway, not public right-of-way, though bridleways are basically public right-of-ways, is just there. You can see the sign, and you can see the path, le path. So goodbye le road, and goodbye hamlet of North Street, and hello le path. So there's North Street, pretty much the entire hamlet there from this house. Have the return of the slippery mud. Just trying to get around this here. This walk is squelcherific. It's so incredibly muddy. Just look at my shoes. They're horrible. On the plus side, there is we're coming close to the industrial area of Kingsnorth, just over there. Up on the hill to the right of the path, you can see the hamlet of Tunbridge Hill. And just in front of us, we're about to get to this the same train crossing that we crossed at the end of last walk, except in a different place, right next to Kingsnorth industrial area. Here's the railway line. Stop, look, listen, and we have a stile, but you can also take the much easier gate that just simply opens. Ow. There we go. Voila. Open sesame. made it across alive. That was a rather lovely train crossing actually. They had good facilities for both the bridleway and for foot people. Though I'm sure most foot people just use the gate, which is meant for the bridleway horses. So we're now following this much less muddy footpath on the other side of the train track, using up a lot less energy. So the bridleway continues until we get to that concrete building there, where it joins a roundabout in Kingsnorth. But there's also this tiny little path here that goes to this road, which is marginally closer to the coast. And I'm pretty sure it joins up with the roundabout down there. So I think we're going to cut across here. And we get to walk on the flat, non-bumpy footpath. Had a much needed little breakfast by this bench here, and they have this wonderful bird feeder, like right there. And we saw some, what was it, blue tits and robins. How lovely. London Medway Commercial Park. Nothing to do with London, this is Medway. But we came from here, just walking out, and just up here along this road, you can see the sign that we would have come out from on the public bridleway. There you go, there's the bridleway. And the bridleway sign, which actually has the hamlet name North Street on it, which I'm impressed about. Up here we go. Are we this side? Yeah, we're this side. Do we... Went past a particularly smelly area of plastic bottles, and we made it to the roundabout. There's a post box here. That's interesting. I wonder why there's a post box in the middle of this industrial area with no civilians living here, really. Cut straight across the roundabout to continue down this way. We've actually come across a memorial here, which is really lovely. It's in memory of the Kingsnorth airfield that I'm guessing was replaced by all the industry. Opened in 1914 and closed in 1921. So after finishing Lorry Alley, we have made it to the end of Kingsnorth industrial areas, because this further road that we're going down, as you can see is a dead-end road, doesn't have industry down it, I believe. Apparently school children go down this this dead-end road. I wonder why. So we've just come out here by the by these fields, and we've finally got our first sighting of Medway towns. I think that's Gillingham over there. Our very first sight. You see the tall buildings. This is actually our final walk on the Hoo Peninsula. Well, at least the final walk that we're entirely on the Hoo Peninsula. Because next time we'll be crossing over the River Medway into the Medway towns and onto new regions of Kent. Stop filming me trying to look at the map. I couldn't find a name for this little hamlet that we're passing here, but the best thing I could go for was Jacob's Lane, which is this road we're coming up to here, that runs alongside the houses. So there you go, the hamlet of Jacob's Lane, apparently, possibly, potentially. And where my mum's going there, we'll finally be heading towards the coast again. Grass in the middle of the road as we come to the last house. So we've just come to this house here at the end of the road, and unfortunately, straight down there, there is a public right of way that leads right to the coast, but it's been flooded over by various ponds and lakes that have created themselves over time, so the public rights of way is essentially useless now. So we have to sort of make a detour down this way here, and that will take us close to where we would have joined the coast anyway. Burnt House Farm, kennel, cattery, and grooming. So that's the way that we should have been able to go, but we are going to be going this way. Here we have got the magnificent cliffs. We've got a slight bit of a moment of truth coming up here, where we're going to figure out how far the tide has come in and whether it's going to interfere with our plans to get past the high tide area. We have a stile here, but it doesn't serve much purpose. Okay, moment of truth. We're so close to the bank for the Medway. Let's see if the tide is an acceptable height. There we go, past that gate and up onto the bank. What's the verdict? Let's see. Up this bank here. Hopefully it's not too slippery. Oh, that is exactly what I wanted to see actually. So it's very windy, so you might not be able to hear me very well. As you can see, the tide has not come in yet. We're going to be walking along there, and this way is where they've still got the stile here if people want to walk that way, but that's the way that you can't really get to. Back on track! Goodbye, Kingsnorth! Hello, Medway towns nearly! Okay, this little bit of beach is fantastic. There's so much treasure everywhere. It's like, my mum is going mad over like, oh, there's a piece of pottery! Oh, there's a piece of wood! Here we are at Upnor Marina. It's got lots of boats because it's a marina. and there's also mud because the tide's out. So we're about to walk through the marina area. We actually have to follow that path down there, and I believe that Who Marina is a little bit of a maze for the public right of ways. I think we have to go down a couple small alleyways between boatyards and left and right and up and down and all over the place, but hopefully we can make it through alive. Down there, the gate. Public footpath RS93. We have got a kissing gaze right here. Voila! Into Who Marina. Whose Marina? I don't know, but it's Who Marina. And my mum has already missed where the footpath is. Can you guess where we've got to go? Yeah, over there. That is the hidden footpath. Hidden footpath number 1, a Who Marina footpath, because they're all Who Marina. Saxon Shoreway, we have rejoined it. Last lovely bit of marina there. It's the first sort of landscape we've had like this since we were heading out of Gravesend, really, I'd say, when we went through the industrial area in Gravesend. But it's interesting, after all the countryside we've been through, throughout the Who Peninsula, it's just a change from that. Welcome to Port Werburgh. Will all visitors please leave their vehicles in the bay to the right and proceed to reception by foot via the gate near the barrier. We just came out the footpath there, and we're going into this footpath here. Interesting note, they have a cafe here, so if you're a bit peckish at this point, there you go. We actually left the Saxon Shoreway all the way back in Cliff. That was the last time we had the Saxon Shoreway. So it's fun to be back on that route again. Right the way down there, you can actually see the Who St. Werburgh Church. As we continue along this way, out from the footpath, onto Marina Drive, further from just down there. We cut down here. There's no public footpath through this marina, but they have, thankfully, provided these lovely public right-of-ways that run alongside down here. Okay, maybe this isn't the way. It actually is the way. Private land, but accessed by footpath only. Warning, Who Ness Yacht Club. Wonderful. Monkey! And beautiful marina area. Compared to Stoke Marina last time, this is like amazing. And there's the Who Ness Yacht Club building. Wow, fascinating. Hello! Look at this lovely house. Oh no, the emoji boat. We've come close enough down the Medway now, and we can see St. Mary's Island over there. I believe St. Mary's Island is on the border of Chatham and Gillingham. I'm not quite sure which one it counts as, but we'll be there in a couple of walks' time. As we get to the end of Who Marina, or St. Werburgh Marina, there's various names everywhere. I must say, it's been lovely. It's been really, really fascinating seeing how the path weaves in and out of the different buildings and seeing all the boats and the fascinating designs that they have. I think I can hear the gunfire from the nearby firing range. Now we're so close to the Medway towns and it's windy again. Public right-of-way RS93 to Upnor, Saxon Shoreway. Warning, path liable to flooding at high tide. Check tide tables before using. And as you can see, it goes very close to the shore down there. I love how this path is made. It's rather interesting seeing the weaving in and outs, and the water's coming in quite fast now, so we may have made it here just in time. Either that or we made it here just at the wrong time and we're going to get swept away and this footage will be found never, because we're stuck in the water and we drown, and yeah, that's kind of terrible. So we're about to get to the part where the path goes down onto the bit that gets flooded at high tide. Yeah, it was a bit slippery. Can you believe this is a public right of way? It's crazy. And we've got a fortification here as well, which is quite famous, I believe. So this is Cockham Wood Forts here, and it's from 1669. That is crazy how old this place is. I think there's tunnels in there. But it's such a shame that this place has become so dilapidated, or it's become in the condition that it is in now. A site like this, I really feel like should be protected better. It's so old, like 1669. That's incredible compared to all the other forts we've been seeing along this walk, which are from 1800s or 1900s. It's crazy that it's still here, and it's crazy that it's not protected. It has fantastic views across to St. Mary's Island from here. Also a wonderful sight. I'm so happy that I got to experience this. If I wasn't doing the Kent Coast Walk, I wouldn't have come here to see this beautiful fort. I just can't believe that it's not more of a site, more protected from the elements, but at least some of it is still remaining. Now apparently this part is very slippery, so let's be careful getting across here. It's all like these kind of brick pebbly things and some mud over the top of it. That tide's definitely coming in there. As one of the last things we see on our walk today, this is the Wilsonian Sailing Club. And in the distance you can see Upnor. Oh, just went down a step there. So we leave the Wilsonian Sailing Club. You can see, whoa, to focus a bit more. You can see that the little bit of refuge from the beach ends. They're not for too long, because I can literally see where the path joins again at Upnor. Here we've got the native Upnorian orange. I just noticed out of nowhere, right over there, a place we won't pass this time, but we will pass at the very beginning of our next walk, is Upnor Castle! Hooray! Right here on the beach we have got a much more modern looking fort. Update, and just into view is Rochester Castle, right there. So got Upnor Castle and Rochester Castle, both viewable at the same time. So as we descend towards the heart of the Medway towns, our walk is coming to a close. We made it to the end of the beach section. To the end of the section that you can only pass at lower tides. So if you do this walk, only come at lower tides. Be careful about that. But yeah, look, the concrete, and up onto the slopes of Upnor. We did it! Hooray! Medway Yacht Club. Wow, it really feels like we're entering a city. We got here just in time. It's starting to spit and I think it's gonna rain soon. You can see so many of the Medway sites from here. If I zoom in over here, we've got the Chatham dockyards. Those pointy buildings there. It's crazy. Got a wonderful statue here, but for the sake of YouTube I'm going to cover her exposed boob. So, here's a better way of doing it. She can be covered by this wooden pole. She's the front of a ship and represents this place. Just over here we've got another one, Arethusa, in memory of Albert Mackenzie. Here's one of the two pubs in Lower Upnor, the Pier. The Frinsbury Extra Parish Council, a postbox, and an internet box. If you're guessing the bus from wherever to wherever, they have a bus stop here called Upnor Pier. So you can get to Chatham bus station from here, Chatham Waterfront bus station. Upnor Sailing Club, and where we finish off today at the Ship Pub in Upnor, Lower Upnor. Thank you very much for watching this video of the Kent Coast Walk from Upper Stoke to Lower Upnor. Next time we shall be doing Lower Upnor, or Upnor, to Chatham. I am very excited for that. We shall pick off right here by the Ship Inn in Lower Upnor, and it shall be fantastic. Thank you for watching, and I shall catch you next time. And don't forget to believe in the rainbows. Here's what my mum thought of the walk.